Woolridge underneath, but with the drive, Otis Birdsong off the glass, and the game is tied.
Randy Whitman, the legs were stuck there. Bird blowing by people.
Gives him that little hesitation. Yeah, boom, he's in there. Rivers off the pick of John Concack.
They got
a whistle.
Woolridge, I think, on the hold. He's got a tough assignment with Dominique. They go to him. They had cleared down low for him.
Poor Randy Whitman with another one of those open jumpers. It will not go. Henson with a rebound. Here come the Nets. Long pass ahead, and it is no good. That was
pretty good job by Concack, wasn't it?
Absolutely. Concack gets back on defense. It's one of the things that the Hawks love most about.
The interesting thing there was nothing.
We'll get into a little bit later about him. Rivers with Bagley all over him, tries to go in the baseline, now pulls out and pops the jump shot.
Good job by Concack, playing hide and seek with him. He was moving pretty good too, John Concack.
John Bagley to Birdsong, and Birdsong being guarded by Randy Whitman. Look underneath. They've got Woolridge, who comes in with a hook. It's no good. The tip up, no good, and Concack with the rebound clears. And here go the Hawks on the run.
Nice one. A break, Kev.
Well, unbelievable. When things are going right for you, they do. But that time, Dominique could not get it to fall. Here comes Woolridge on the other end. There's contact. There is no call. Ball tipped twice, and now Buck Williams with it. The finger roll, no good. And Randy Whitman comes down with a rebound. Hawks with a 1.6-5 lead. We are just underway. Dominique drives the baseline, tries to pass it off underneath to Cliff Livingston.
What a gamble there by Rivers, huh? He does
Rivers
see the
now
floor.
on the floor. He will go on the floor for it, too, and now we get a whistle and the tie-up and the jump ball.
They want 20 to hold of that. Back left 1 year early, knows how to do it.
Loose ball. Dominique out to guard Orlando Woolridge. There's the turnaround by Henson. No good. And with the jump shot just past the free throw line, and he's good. And the Nets have a 7-6 lead. You know, the Nets now, that is only their third field goal. They're only now 3 out of 11 from the floor. Randy Whitman with the finger roll on the other end. Whitman's got 4.
I'm surprised he doesn't do more of that because he's such a great shooter. You know, you got to go up and play him honest.
Came out of that Bobby Knight school in Indiana. He knows how to play defense, too. I'll tell you, man-to-man. Bagley underneath. And there's Buck Williams. Goes up. It's good. Count the basket. And he'll shoot a free throw.
I think it may have been Concack, too. Of course, he knows how to take
in the Nets, though, with a 1-point lead, 9-8. A lot of people think Glenn Rivers belongs on the Eastern Conference All-Star squad. He has had a sensational year for the Hawks. He has had, in fact, 2 triple-double games. Here's Cliff Livingston. Livingston came on as a starter after Kevin Willis was hurt. And Doc now with the drive off the glass, no good. And the rebound by Henson clears it out. Bad pass. Rivers back to Whitman, who pulls and pops.
Layup. Great jumper, but Roy with just a silly kind of a release. Got to control it. Wait for the guard to see him.
Hawks back with the lead at 10-9. Bagley now picked up by Livingston and throws it away.
Tribute to defense. Good job by the Hawks rotating. Nets didn't recognize with the turnover.
Bill, when you start talking about defense, too, this club runs its fast break many times. The Hawks do off the defense. That's where they can create the turnover and boom, they're gone.
Now, those are the gift goals that you look for.
Livingston, they call him Brick.
Well,
and you see why. He's not the best of outside jump shooters.
You're tough.
He is also called News, short for good news, because he's got such a great personality. But Otis Birdsong now underneath. They go to Williams. Buck Williams with the left hand, no good. And Livingston clears the boards. The fast break for the Hawks. Dominique in the lane, and it's knocked away and a whistle and a foul. You'll get it after this game, I'm sure. 6:50 to play in the quarter.
Good handling of the pressure.
Bob McKinnon and the staff calling out play number 42 and Orlando Woolridge. And a whistle and a foul underneath.
Henson, an offensive foul. That's a staggered double screen. The center and the power forward come down for Birdsong, and he usually squares up and drills one.
So it'll belong to the Hawks on the side. And with the 3-point lead now, Atlanta 12 and New Jersey but 9. Just underway here at the Omni, 6:34 to play in the first quarter. And we said it was important that the Nets stay close early. Dominique up in the air, no good.
Dominique may have pushed Orlando Woolridge to get free.
Well, I don't think there's any question about it. You saw I came away from there. There's a great pass underneath. Woolridge up and good.
What ability to slither between defenders.
And what a great pass by Birdsong. Beautiful the way he hit Woolridge underneath.
I mentioned to you before the game, they're playing with a confidence. I mean, they're not able to turn it over into a win, but they're representative. They're hustling and enthusiastic.
Dominique with that spin move and off the glass.
That's
Bill,
incredible.
time after time, you see that is Dominique's patented move, and you wonder, why can't they stop it? Why can't they stop it? Everybody sees it. 14-11, though, with the Hawks with the lead.
He can go by. That's why they get away with it. The hesitation and the jumping ability.
Low post. There's Williams right around Tree Rollins and lays it up.
You can see the matchup. They put the center on Buck Williams because he likes the box, and they put then the power forward on Hinson, the net center.
And as a coach, I know how many times do you tell your players, never let them have the baseline, right?
Well, Tree, been around a long time. He relies a lot on the shot blocking ability.
Where he averages almost 2 per game. Dominique from long range, no good. Buck Williams with a rebound, and the Nets look to run. They push it up pretty fast.
Good pull-up, huh?
Yes, absolutely.
So if Nick, as they nickname him down here, has a weakness, it's you're hoping he's not shooting the jumper, but he's been on a tear of late, nailing the deep jumper, correct?
He has. He's been on quite a tear from outside, and most people prefer to see him make the moves and go to the bucket, but when he's hitting outside, there's not much you can do to stop that. Here's Cliff Levingston with the turnaround on the baseline, and it's no good.
Good job by Woolridge.
Woolridge with the rebound. They've got a 3-4-on-3, and there's whistle foul on 14.
That's not going to be an easy night for Michael. Nothing comes easy. Patella, of course, as mentioned by you, on the throes of being the all-star coach. Quite an honor for the Hawks.
Kevin Willis is now into the game in the slam. Kevin Willis and Antoine Carr both into the ball game, and immediately it pays dividends.
I'll tell you, I think Kevin held on a little long there, didn't he?
I think he thought somebody was underneath him, but Kevin Willis at 7 feet and 235 pounds, and he is just now getting back healthy and starting to play his brand of basketball for the Hawks again. He is one of the better power forwards in the game, and Hinson now with the drive and draws the foul immediately.
I think Kevin Willis is the guy that came down. Oh, they gave it to Tree. Willis came over to help out on. He'd have to hire somebody to help you, I think.
Or several people. Or maybe I'd get Antoine Carr, a former teammate of Cliff Livingston's at Wichita State. That had to be a great team. Hinson with the drive, draws the contact, no foul, but he does hit the bucket.
And good job defensively, taking away the sideline. It was wide open.
3:35 to play in the quarter. The Nets with a 1-point lead. Glenn Rivers off the pick and a whistle.
They got Tree,
offensive, yes sir, an offensive foul on Tree Rollins. That is his second. And immediately into the game comes Spud Webb for Glenn Rivers.
Spud out of Midland Junior College, and of course North Carolina State. Here's that pretty drop step move earlier. Strong by Buck.
Inside, Buck Williams with a nice hook shot over Tree. 21-18, Nets now with a 3-point lead.
Well, so much for the first quarter blues the Nets seem to have against the Hawks.
So much for the Hawks come storming out of the gate as we thought they might. John Battle underneath, I'll guarantee you that's 2.
Now you put your hands up and still can't stop it. Good pass by John.
You have to figure that Kevin Willis one-on-one with a basket is a mismatch under any circumstances, and that was all that was there.
A lot of answers here with the Hawks. You mentioned the defense.
Bagley with the jump shot. It rolls around and hangs in there for him. A lot of the
guards get excited when Spud comes in because they can get their shot off, and some of them even try to post them up.
Yeah, this is his favorite play. He likes to hold that ball out front and then find usually Randy Whitman or someone coming off the pick. That time he was looking for John Battle. Now they go low post to Kevin Willis. No good.
Nice.
Immediately, Hinson goes way in the air and pulls that rebound down. The Nets look to run with Bagley to Birdsong. Birdsong off the baseline, no good. But Buck Williams right there with the rebound, no good again. Kevin Willis now clears for the Hawks, and here come the Hawks the other way. Spud Webb down the lane, dishes to Antoine on the baseline, rejected by Hinson, but Kevin Willis is right there to put it back up.
Good reaction by the Hawks. Hinson unable to do it himself. More Nets had to be underneath. Buck, of course, on the block upset. He thought he was fouled, and Orlando Woolridge not under the glass to help Roy Hinson out.
So the Hawks climb back to within 1 at 23-22 and a minute 57 to play in the quarter. Take another look at it here.
Tough, huh?
Boy, that's it. When you're rejecting Antoine Carr, that's really getting up in the air.
You see Buck hustling back out to come up with it just on the wrong side.
And we'll be back with more after this from the Omni.
I'm Eddie Westfall here to tell you about a special Taco Bell and New York Islanders program. All season long, when the Islanders win and score 2 or more power play goals, they'll be celebrating at Taco Bell the next day. Just write the word power play on a piece of paper and bring it to Taco Bell and get a regular taco absolutely free. Remember, when the Islanders score 2 or more power play goals and win the game, you can get a free taco the following day at participating Taco Bell restaurants.
Muller leads the tough New Jersey Devils against the Buffalo Sabres in the second half of their home-and-home series. Tomorrow at 7:30. It's live and exclusive on Sportschannel.
Back in the Omni in Atlanta, Georgia, Chuck Dowdle and Bill Raftery with the New Jersey Nets on top of the Hawks by a point, 23-22 with 1:57 to play in the first quarter. And Bill, I think you have something to tell us about.
Yeah, Chuck, tomorrow at 10, we've got Lee Zeidman talking more than the ACC basketball. He's going to talk New York Sports Nightly, special edition. That's the New York Sports Nightly tomorrow at 10, right here on Sportschannel, the official channel of the New York Fan.
Absolutely.
And, of course, you mentioned and got excited on this play. John Battle sort of draws the defender, the slide by Kevin Willis, emphatically.
With the slam, Woolridge at the top. Tries to go and spins by Dominique. Hesitates a moment, throws it up left-handed. Great shot. Great move, great shot. Immediately, though, back come the Hawks. Spud Webb into the front court.
Tough goal. Chris Orlando, night in and night out, has to play the great ones, the 3 spot.
Now, did you notice, Bill, how quickly the Nets got back that time? You think that was mentioned to him during the timeout?
Absolutely. Good control
Antoine
here.
Carr, yes. Nice move, but he fails to connect. And here come the Nets looking to run. There's Bagley trying to penetrate. Spud Webb back quickly to guard. They swing it down low. Buck Williams. Birdsong out of the corner, no good. And Kevin Willis with the rebound for the Hawks, and here they go.
What pressure with the
He's
dribble.
got Dominique on the wing. Good move, Spud Webb, and bounces and fires, and yes.
The crowd favorite, no question, but he just makes you backpedal off balance, punishing with the bounce.
New Jersey 25, Atlanta 24. Less than a minute to play here in the first quarter.
There's another little staggered double for Bird.
Birdsong drives into the lane, draws contact. No call, but he does get the hoop.
Once again.
Nets by 3, and here goes Spud Webb. Henson reached in to try to draw a foul, did not do so. Spud Webb throws it off the glass, but is called for the offensive charge.
Out of control, really. He should have fan dribbled. He got past the first tier. You see the Nets helping out. That's the only way you can slow Spud down.
38 seconds to go in the quarter.
Didn't
Nets
really
by
need
3.
that one.
Henson fakes and looks, and they call him for steps, and he did. That'll happen many, many times. You throw that fake up there, and then your mind kind of gets ahead of your body when you start to make the move down the lane. You see it before you really should.
And you also see an opening, and the Hawks converge or pinch and shut it down.
13 left on the shot clock, so the Nets will get one final shot here, regardless of the outcome of this attempt by the Hawks. 5 seconds. John Battle dishes it off to Kevin Willis for the jumper off the baseline, and no good. And Birdsong with the rebound. 3 seconds. Bagley from half court. Oh, almost.
He's had a ton of those in his career. Amazing.
Almost. Well, the New Jersey Nets do not suffer the first quarter blues. In fact, if anything, they're very happy right now. 27-24. Nets lead it at the end of 1, and we'll be back.
This spot's for all that you
It's
do.
all tied up. Miles, you're in. 110, only 4 seconds left to play. Sager at the top of the key, shoots. Over the rim, Miles for the rebound. It's good. A rookie, Kevin Miles up.
You make America work.
Kevin Miles. Out of dreams here, huh?
For everyone who works toward their dream, the clean, crisp taste of Beechwood aged Budweiser.
Welcome to professional basketball.
You're watching Sportschannel, the official channel of the New York Fan.
Now's a good time to put your spare time to good use. At Nassau Community College, you can take classes for career advancement, personal enrichment, or just for the fun of it. Join your friends or make new ones. Select from all kinds of courses, morning, afternoon, evening, and weekends to fit your schedule. Call us at 222-7501. Nassau Community College, for a better you.
That score is correct. The New Jersey Nets leading the Atlanta Hawks 27-24, getting ready to start the second period. And Bill, quite honestly, I'm a little surprised because I thought the Hawks were going to come out a lot harder because of the opportunity to put Fratello in that All-Star game.
I don't think it's a question of hardness. I think it's a question of the Nets getting back, as you mentioned, and taking away the break. But the Devils up in New Jersey had a great beginning, stumbling a little bit. The other night had a tough loss against the Sabres. Well, tomorrow at 7:30 on Sportschannel, the Devils take on the Buffalo Sabres in the second half of a home-and-home series. That's the Devils versus the Sabres tomorrow at 7:30, live and exclusive on Sportschannel.
Bill, something else we were just talking about here. Now, the Atlanta Hawks have substituted rather freely here in the first quarter. The Nets have gone with the same five now.
Oh, they're much deeper, don't you think? And you think it'll wear down? Pearl's in now, who will play the point, but he goes alongside John Bagley. But Michael, a nervous wreck. No question he would love to win this one.
Oh, there's no doubt about it. He had said earlier that it meant an awful lot to him to be able to coach in the All-Star game. Obviously, that'd be a big honor. But, of course, also the Nets would love nothing better than to spoil that and also pick up a first road win. It's been almost a year since March.
They're not worried about Michael's career, right?
Dominique, and it won't fall. He does draw the foul.
That's where he's tough, isn't he? Woolridge doing a pretty good job, but the ability to linger between levels of floors is innate within this guy. Just an impressive athlete right here. Just stop, let the other guy go down, and then didn't quite get it on the glass.
That is his third free throw in this game out of 3 attempts. He has been perfect. There are some players in this league, Bill, that you look at and you say they play in a league a little higher than everyone else. And I think Dominique is one of those, along with Michael Jordan and Isaiah and some of the others. There are some that seem to, as great as the athletes are in this league, that seem to even aspire to a higher league.
Of course, Larry Bird Magic, a different type of level. You know, not the high-flying types, but certainly
as far as their knowledge of the game,
right.
Sure. There's Simpson with a jump shot. He knocks it down. So the Nets continue. 29-26. Nets with a 3-point lead. Just underway in the second quarter. John Battle, yes.
Boy, he does square up. Can't give him much room.
Elevation, too. He really gets elevation on his jump shot. I think he had a good opportunity to see it there. He and Dominique probably get more elevation than any two players in the league, except maybe Michael Jordan when it comes to taking that jump shot.
Here's when they clear his side and let Orlando go.
There's Pearl, fakes the jump, immediately draws a lot of attention from the Hawks. Swing it to Henson, yes, and 3 seconds.
Yeah, Buck had waited for the jumper. What clubs do against the Nets, particularly with Buck, they'll trap him, make them kick the ball around. They'll test their outside shooting.
That is the 5th turnover by the Nets, something they can ill afford to do too often against the Hawks. But currently they lead it by 1, 29-28. Hawks with an opportunity to take the lead. Antoine Carr, he can shoot from out there despite his 6'9" size. Kevin Willis with the jump hook, no good. Carr with the rebound, and it's slapped away by Henson and a foul.
Henson said he had all ball. Even the way he argues, he does it in a nice fashion, but good help.
I'm not sure he didn't have all ball. Look
at this major league rebound, though. I mean, that's clearing out the basement. And from the rear, no question, huh? Tough call against Roy Henson.
That is a tough call. But Carr with 2 free throws. Carr, for his size, has an awful lot of mobility, and he is very smooth. He has great moves on the baseline, and he's also an excellent outside shot.
Impressive thing about the Hawk club is the quickness going to the basketball off the glass.
Carr with 69% free throw shooter, cans them both, and the Hawks now with a 1-point lead, 30-29, 10:30 to play in the second quarter.
Spud really is a nudge, isn't he?
Washington takes it all the way in. Nice little right-handed scoop shot.
Gamble by Spud Webb out high there caused that. Breaks down your defense.
I think Pearl also was kind of licking his chops with Spud guarding him there, realizing the difference in size.
Pearl's pretty good with the dribble.
Pearl gives him, takes about 6 inches from him there. Spud Webb down the lane, off the glass. It will not fall. Kevin Willis. Yes.
Good job rebounding on the offensive glass. Nets have to stop those opportunities.
Kevin Willis off the bench now with 8 points. Hawks with a 1-point lead, 32-31. McCormick into the game now.
Talking to Bob, what a good pass.
Woolridge has it pinned against the board by Antoine Carr.
Should have dipped under.
Dominique with the spin and the jump off the baseline, in and out. Buck Williams, another rebound.
Looks like he's going to get an evening's full, right, or an afternoon. Nice tip by Bird, huh?
Yeah, beautiful. Otis Birdsong with a tip underneath off the McCormick miss.
Talking to Bob Wenzel, one of the assistants with the Nets. And Tim McCormick, he said in the shooting drills, excels. And of course, the more minutes he gets, we can get a read on him. But he had a nice year in Philly. Of course, they gave him a nice sum of money for it. And we'll see how he progresses with the Nets.
Nets back with that 1-point lead. 4 seconds on the shot clock. Dominique from 3-point range. He hits it.
Huh.
Dominique Wilkins, he does not do that often, and in fact, he is only a 22% three-point shooter, so that's not a real high percentage shot for Dominique. At that time, and the Hawks now lead it by 2, 35-33.
Nice high-low sequence. Buck just couldn't get hold of it.
Loose ball on the floor. Dominique comes away with it. On the run to John Battle, who jams.
Tim McCormick made the mistake of turning and backpedaling. He should have run right to the goal to make the stop.
Former Rutgers star now with 4 points, and the Hawks take a 4-point lead at 37-33, and the Nets immediately say, let's talk it over. Starting to slip away from them, so wisely Bob McKinnon says, hey, let's get together here, guys, and talk about this.
Good run. Of course, that's something you try and stop against the Hawks. Don't give them the easy ones.
This man just bought a new 1988 Chevrolet. I guess nobody told him about Ford, America's best-built cars and trucks 7 years running. Or about his Ford dealer's winter clearance event, where he could have saved up to $2,100 on an '88 Ford. Or that he might have persuaded his Ford dealer to sweeten the deal even more. Gee, maybe we shouldn't have told him.
Catch New Jersey's Shooting Stars at the Meadowlands Arena this Saturday, January 30th at 7:30 p.m. when the Nets face the red-hot Detroit Pistons. On this night, the first 3,000 fans 21 and older will receive a Spuds mug. In addition, the first 8,000 fans of all ages will receive a Spuds poster, courtesy of Budweiser beer. So catch NBA excitement at its best this Saturday, January 30th at 7:30 p.m. Tickets available at the arena box office and at all Ticketmaster outlets.
Chuck Dowdle and Bill Raftery in the Omni, and Bill, something else you have to tell us.
I'm in charge of promos without Steve Albert. Attention, basketball fans. This year's Meadowlands College basketball schedule is loaded with the top teams and All-Americans. Pittsburgh, who I happened to see yesterday against Oklahoma. ND with Digger Phelps and company. Syracuse, St. John's. Of course, Syracuse off to a good start with some great people in Cycling and Coleman. And of course, St. John's with those outstanding junior college guards. And the season will be capped by the NCAA East Regional Tournament. College basketball at the Meadowlands is hot stuff. Speaking, is that on cue? Those pretty girls? For tickets, call 201-935-3900.
You're such a television guy, you know, you really are.
Let's see what they run off the timeout.
John Bagley also back into the game now for the Nets, along with Pearl Washington.
Invariably, it's inside.
Off of Dominique Wilkins' foot, it'll belong to the Nets. New 24 on the shot clock.
Playing Bradley now, you'll see Wilkins try and position himself so that he can help the postman on the pass.
You know, interestingly enough, both of these clubs have hit 15 out of 30 shots from the floor so far. Both of them hitting exactly 50%. Look at this nice pass underneath. Buck Williams misses the shot.
Could have almost dunked it, huh?
Oh, maybe now wishes he had. There's the long pass from Rivers to Willis.
Dudley Bradley trying to scrape the dunk, but you know, they make you pay for a mistake. That's a missed layup, which at this level is a mistake. And right away, the heads up, running the floor, Kevin Willis. The terrific finish, Bradley late.
So Kevin Willis now with 10 points. He did not start the game for the Hawks. He has come off the bench, but he will now go to the free throw line with a chance for his 11th point of the day. 39-33, the Hawks up by 6. And Willis to try to make it 7.
What an asset to have your big guys run the floor this well.
You know, Bill, now this guy started for the Hawks, you know, all of last season and was starting this year. Then he hurt his knee, and he's been, well, since he's been back off the injury list, he's seen a little action off the bench, but this is far and away the best game he has played.
Oh, nice pass off the penetration. Pearl coming up with more answers as he gets into the lane.
And Antoine Carr with the foul, so Washington will go to the, or I should say Buck Williams will go to the free throw line.
Buck just gives a little passing lane here. Very hard to see, you know, in that traffic, but you've got to get a hand out so the guard has something to look at.
Wait for the release, guys.
40 to 34.
Swan, you stay. You going long? Yeah.
Well, I'll tell you what, you have to have an awful lot of admiration for Buck Williams because, like you said earlier, it gets frustrating when you're not winning and you're putting out as much effort as he puts out.
I think that fight in Washington with Catlett was simply that. It was typical NBA low post gaining position, and all of a sudden the fight broke out.
So Williams 2 free throws, and that's going to fall back to within 5. Battle on the drive, no good. Gets his own rebound, fakes, goes up, off the glass and good. Now that was just great hustle and determination by John Battle.
And conversely, the Nets a little bit asleep. But I can certainly relate to Buck Williams losing with my coaching record. But it does get you down, and nobody plays harder than Buck Williams. And John Battle, you mentioned Jersey, Rutgers, right in the middle of things. He and Doc get in the middle quickly, but when you miss, you know quicker the opponent. You can just see the slow reaction by all the Nets, the couple of pumps.
They bought the fake and left their feet slightly, and that gave him the opportunity as they were on their way back down to get up above them and then bank it off the glass. You know, John Battle, for a 4th-round draft pick, you just don't think of 4th-round draft picks making NBA rosters.
Well, there's something in scouting, too, and I think more coaches are asking their scouts, can he play? And a lot of kids don't get the publicity, nor are they seen as much. And John Battle, of course, brought Rutgers to the NCAA. He's one of those kids, his coach liked him, recommended him, and the Hawks very fortunate.
You can see his teammates like him, too. And he was the reason, his play off the bench this season was the reason that they traded Mike McGee. McCormick out top. Bagley looks to shoot. Doc Rivers right there. Buck Williams on the baseline. Back to Bagley, who does shoot it this time. And hits it.
Good motion, and Bagley did not stand still. Found the lane.
That's back to within 5, 42-37. 7 minutes to play in the quarter.
They got a hold on a Pearl. That's easier than running around, right, or sliding the pick.
Absolutely. Reach out there and grab them. Sometimes they'll see it, and sometimes they won't. That time they saw it. That's the 4th team foul on the Nets. Washington's first foul, so the Hawks will have it on the side. Cliff Livingston is checked back in for the Hawks. He started, of course. Antoine Carr is out.
The dapper Mike Fratello prancing the sidelines.
As he so often does. He seldom sits during a game. Very seldom will you see him sitting down.
Not a good pass off the dribble. Doc got away with it. You know, Michael probably spends more time packing his clothes than I do buying them.
And there's not a lot to pack there. He's not a big man.
Numbers, though.
That's right.
Those long road trips, different time zones, different weather.
There's quite a New Jersey connection, too, with the Hawks, not only with John Battle, who was driving there, but, you know, Mike Fratello also, tough shot. Stan Kasten's family. McCormick with a rebound for the Nets. They can pull now to within 3. Washington to McCormick. McCormick fakes, tries to go underneath and finds Bagley. Bagley pulls it up and pops it in. The Nets are back within 3.
Showing some things back in the BC days.
6 points now for John Bagley.
Now you mentioned the administrators here. Bob Cassiola of the New Jersey Nets, Chief Operating Officer, flew in today to take a look at the club.
Wilkins up top.
Pearl with the foul.
And a foul underneath.
They got tangled up. He thought John Battle held him.
I'm not so sure he doesn't have a good argument there. He went to the floor pretty hard. Take another look at it. I think we have it again, so you can see it, Bill.
Both of them got tangled up. You see the baseline. This is for Whitman normally, but they're running the bump for Battle. But look at the two of them. Holden, now they're tangled up, and it's anybody's call, really. Tough one against the Pearl.
John Battle at the free throw line and hits the first.
Player, watching him before the game, he's got good work habits, too. He really drilled himself to get ready for the game.
Followers of the New Jersey Nets need not be told about the weakness of the bench, but so far it is showing today they have only 2 points off their bench. The Hawks, on the other hand, have 25 points off the bench.
Good post defense inside.
Bagley, no good. Will not go for the 3 points. Underneath, Williams and a whistle and a foul.
I don't know who they got it against.
Cliff Livingston.
Cliff. Tim McCormick is the reason Buck got this rebound. He worked hard to keep it in play, and of course Buck then ran it down. Cliff from the rear. I thought maybe they gave it to Willis.
That is the third foul on Cliff Levingston, so I'm sure he will be out of here immediately. In fact, yes, here comes John Koncak checking in, and out goes Cliff Levingston. I was going to tell you earlier about the great story about Koncak. You know, here's a guy who struggled last year, struggled in his first year. Then during the offseason, he had surgery on his jaw to restructure his jaw. And they say that had, Williams misses the first, they say that had a definite effect on the alignment of his body, his confidence, how he played. And sure enough, he has played much better this season. Williams hits the second, 44-40.
Another one of those
down by 4.
Another one of those players with the Hawks that have become better players down here, which is a tribute to Mike Fratello.
Randy Whitman.
Tough matchup there. Bradley and Dominique.
Underneath Dominique.
A nice lead pass by Whitman.
46-40, Hawks with a 6-point lead. Bagley immediately into the front court with the ball. They go low post to McCormick. Back to Washington, swing it outside. 3-point, no good. Good rebound. Buck Williams brings it back up.
What would you say, maybe 10?
I think he's got more than that.
Do you?
I believe he's got more than that.
Nice move by
Great move, Pearl Washington. McCormick with the offensive rebound. Will not go, and this time Glenn Rivers comes away.
Almost had a 3-second call.
Rivers with the fake. Bagley would not buy it. Rivers pulls it back out.
Dominique wants the ball.
Oh, always.
They respect him.
Whitman now on the drive, pulls off the baseline. Hawks by 6. Henson now back into the game, as is Orlando Woolridge. Woolridge now being double teamed, comes back outside to Washington. Picked up immediately by Rivers. Washington drives in, knocked away by Rivers, and here go the Hawks. 4-on-2. Dominique down the lane to Kevin Willis who jams.
Not bad, huh? You small forward running the break. And of course, Willis filling in, Dominique dishing. Pearl did a good job, almost come up with a deflection from behind.
13 points for Kevin Willis and an 8-point lead for the Atlanta Hawks. Bagley. Pearl Washington picked up immediately by Randy Whitman. Koncak slaps the ball away from Buck Williams, and a foul on John Koncak. This is a guy who just gets a job done for you all the time. Never anything flashy, but he's always there. Basketball. Tree Rollins played at Clemson 11 years ago.
Amazing.
Glenn Rivers with a jump shot, and it's a 50-42 Hawks lead.
Good step. Forget it. Hold on, Chuck.
I'll bet he scores.
You're right.
Time in the Omni.
The explosion.
When you see Dominique with the steal all alone ahead of the pack, you can count on 2 things. One is 2 points, and the other is you're going to see some kind of show.
Well, you've got to show him the ball. You just can't throw it out there for grabs. He's a good player. He anticipates. Make him pay for it.
Atlanta on a 10-2 run right now, and once again, they got an opportunity to pad that. Rivers on the break. Takes it right down, flips it up with a left hand.
Soft that pass is. Woolridge curling. Hadn't been set up or didn't get his man set up, but look at Dominique. This one is
this a double or triple? Is this a double or triple? That's one, two.
One.
Yeah, just 2. He double clutches and fires it down in there. Let's take a break. We'll be back with the score. Atlanta 52, New Jersey 42, in the Omni 54-42. It is at this point that the Nets need desperately to make a stand, and Dominique almost with another steal.
Look at him recover, though.
Bagley with a jump shot. Good.
And the challenge. Antoine Carr out big.
They look for Antoine down low. Posted against Buck Williams. He finds Doc Rivers, who drives the lane, feeds underneath to Tree Rollins, who loses it. Birdsong picks it up, and here come the Nets.
Nets got away with one.
McCormick on the baseline, picked up by Carr underneath to Buck Williams, and a foul.
Nice look by Tim McCormick, and of course Buck with a good strong cut.
Winding down here in the first half, 2:15 to play. Carr down low against Buck Williams.
Nice
shoots it cross court. They swing it for Dominique at the top of the key. No good.
Good recovery by Whitman.
Randy Whitman with heads-up play just slaps the ball out, and Spud Webb controls it for the Hawks.
Hey, Dominique's jump shot looks so much better. I mean, a rotation, and even on a miss, it looks like it's got a good shot.
You notice the Nets on defense picking up Randy Whitman coming off that pick, because that's the way he likes to shoot. There was a great rejection, too.
They'll switch it. No question. You got to help out. You can't leave one man alone on great players like Dominique. Right here, Woolridge holding his ground, and Tim McCormick, a nice read.
McCormick up high to slap that ball away. Spud Webb will inbound for the Hawks. 6 seconds on the shot clock. Spud Webb with the open jumper, nails it.
Boy, that helps. You got to love Dominique if you're on the floor with him. He attracts people. You just have to get a spot, get your feet set.
And usually try to pick out your best spot. 1:35 to play in the half. 10-point Hawks lead.
Little pick and roll high.
McCormick out of the corner. Good.
Well, Bobby Wenzel was right on cue, huh? Assistant coach said he could shoot the ball.
That's what they were looking for, too. That's what the Nets wanted. That's what they've got. Spud Webb running some time now.
Card just
underneath. Yeah,
took
Antoine.
Bagley
On Woolridge. Great move. He got him in the air, ducked under him, and laid it off the glass.
You're not supposed to do that with that bulk, are you?
It's the thing that the Hawks have hung with Antoine Carr, because he's had so many injuries in his couple of years in the league that, you know, many people thought, hey, we'll get rid of this guy. But they said, no, you ought to see him in practice. You know, he's got such big talent. And there you see on defense, he was just playing great defense against Woolridge. Here's Birdsong with the open jumper, yes.
Very alert, Orlando Woolridge, finding Bird.
Webb now into the front court.
2-for-1 deal. Hawks will get it back.
Quick feed underneath. Kevin Willis, yes. Oh, Randy Whitman with a fine pass to find Kevin Willis cutting across the lane, and now 31 seconds left in the quarter. Hawks with a 10-point lead, 60-50.
You got to be alert defensively, too. The cutter has to be fronted.
Here's McCormick with the wide open shot. Will not go for him. Spud Webb, smallest man on the floor, pulls it down, and the Hawks will get the last shot.
They like the 1-4 where they penetrate, and if you help, they'll kick it.
Webb drives, loses it, kicked around. Will anybody come up with it in time? 1 second. Time expires.
Frustrating.
And so the Nets dodge a last-second shot by the Hawks, but nevertheless, they go into the locker room trailing by 10 at half, with Atlanta up 60-50.
Tells you how tough the Hawks are. Nets didn't play that badly. Did a lot of good things and still down 10.
Sometimes it just goes your way. 60-50, the Hawks lead the Nets. We'll be back after this.
Some sub, 4th rounder, and a Rutgers running the floor pretty good. And you mentioned all-star. I just think Doc Rivers has every right to be on the club. You're right. He does a lot of things for this club. You can see he's always looking up to give it to a partner, make sure he gets an easier shot here. Once again, Kevin, 8.6 degree of difficulty. And of course, what could a highlight package be without Nick? Dominique with the step in off the soft pass, and you see Orlando almost knowing it's over by staying back. You'd still like him to run down the floor, and finishing it off, Dominique Wilkins.
That's the concession stand. Hawks start Rivers, Whitman, Wilkins, Livingston, and Concat. Nets go with Bagley and Birdsong. Williams.
Pretty.
Nice move.
Again, the breakdown defensively. I just noticed Whitman now, the first half, and he's not getting his free off those bumps. Now, it's probably preparation by the opponent, but maybe the kicks aren't there, or he's not setting his man up.
There's John Bagley. Boy, that's his specialty. 62-52. Hawks still with a 10-point lead. Rivers again into the front court, picked up by Bagley. Lob it underneath, and John Concat.
He had walked and waltzed Roy Hinson all around the 3-second lane in an illegal fashion. Got away with it. Of course, that's a tough area to defend. You don't know which side to three-quarter the guy.
Hinson at the top, guarded by Livingston. Looks for Bagley and finds him, but Rivers picks him up immediately. They swing it. They've got Birdsong for the open jumper. Doc Rivers runs at him, but it does not stop him.
Now you got to kick it quickly when you see rotation. Make him pay for it.
64-54. His first and the team's first of the third quarter. John Concat fakes and drives and is slapped away by Buck Williams on a call. John Bagley now into the front court. Woolridge, Dominique looking right into that belly button. That's that good defense. Henson makes the move, returns the favor to Concat.
Sure was.
Right up over the top of Big John.
A little even Steven. Roy, very impressive with his ability to get through and use his dribble.
Hawks still up by 10. Livingston down low. Post up Buck Williams. Spins, puts it up. No good. And I believe Birdsong in three-point land. Fakes and drives, dishes it off, and he's got Woolridge, but he loses it out of bounds. It'll belong to the Atlanta Hawks.
That's another one of those passes between two people, both Woolridge and Hinson, and you're indecisive.
Bill, in the years that you were coaching, would you teach guys when they start to penetrate like that to look first for that pass or keep your eyes on that hoop first?
Well, I think you see everything if you keep your head up. And of course, the better ones see all 9 or 8. You know who the defender is normally.
Those they don't see, they know where they are. Dominique with them. That has been their largest margin so far in this contest.
Yeah, 10 was the number. Good
Henson again up over the top of everybody.
Nice goal.
Oh, that's what you like to see.
But again, the Hawks really come at you. A lot of help defensively.
Doc Rivers with the jumper. It will not go. Buck Williams clears the boards and the Nets look to run. Here's Otis Birdsong.
Doc has always had that peculiar release, hasn't he? Not a good pass by Bird. That's very fortunate.
Woolridge gets it back. Shot clock down to 10. Shot no good by Woolridge, and Livingston clears it.
More of a line drive.
Quickly into the great pass. Doc Rivers to John Koncak. A beautiful pass. You saw Glenn Rivers look up and see Koncak sprinting down the middle of the lane and just laid it up nicely for him, and he slammed it home. I mean, it's having a dramatic impact because the Hawks bench, which is so deep, they've scored 33 points. The Nets have contributed only 4 off the bench. Birdsong now faking on Livingston.
They got to shoot it. Buzzer.
And they get defense again by the Atlanta Hawks. They lead the league in that.
Boy, Michael really into it. He said they had possession.
It does not matter. It's the turnover that goes.
No,
to the
he
Atlanta
wanted
Hawks.
to. He wanted to run. That's what it was. Boy, a frenzied Mike Fratello up 12.
He is intense. There's no question about it. It's one of the things that makes him the great coach that he is.
Well, this would be a highlight of his career thus far, being the All-Star coach if they were to win today.
Koncak posting down low on Hinson, and they get into a little bit of a shoving match. Now Dominique out top, and he'll take it from there, and he'll hit it from there.
That's Perkin. When that's Perkin, he's smiling on the sidelines. And a tough assignment when he's shooting the jumper for Orlando Woolridge.
14-point Hawk lead, 72-58. Dominique now with 17 points. Birdsong to Bagley. They swing it over on the corner.
Not getting inside.
Woolridge makes the move, and they throw it away, but Birdsong reclaims possession, and the Nets pull up, take the 2-pointer. No good, but Dominique Wilkins clears the boards, and here come the Hawks on the fly. Dominique takes it down the lane, dishes it back to Glenn Rivers, who lays it up and over Roy Henson.
That's a feel for the game, and of course, when they're flowing, the numbers are theirs. They feel people. The trail pass there, beautiful. No inside game right now by the New Jersey Nets. Everything on the perimeter.
What was a 10-point lead at half is now 16 for the Hawks, and Roy Henson just cuts it back down to 14. 74-60 with 6:48 to play in the period.
Nets were stuck at that 58 for quite a while.
Here's Koncak down low with Henson guarding him. Turns, puts it up. No good. I think he was looking for the foul. He did not get it, and immediately the Nets run it the other way.
Got to lean in a little bit. Buck has to touch the ball down low. That's a long one.
Buck Williams, yes.
Well, he hasn't touched it.
Passes off a little thanks to John Bagley, as well he should. 74-62. Nets within 12, and Glenn Rivers into the front court for the Hawks. Picked up by Bagley. Picks up his dribble and looks underneath. The ball is batted away.
A little set play.
Dominique with it. He'll look for that spin move. He goes the baseline, throws it away. Birdsong has it for the Nets.
Good defense by Doc, and that stopped the fast break.
But he looks over to Mike Fratello. I'll tell you what, you will watch the Hawks on a nightly basis. You will see them looking to Mike Fratello and a whistle and a foul underneath. Offensive. Cliff Livingston, that'll be his 4th.
Screen down.
But you will notice the Hawks always looking to Mike Fratello for that play.
They can do what they want in the open floor. They don't look over then.
Right.
But on the set, he'll let them know what he thinks should be run. And of course, there's options off it where they can freelance as well. Nets just have to get a little stronger inside.
Pearl Washington, great move, takes him on the baseline and goes up over Antoine Carr. That was a great move by Pearl Washington. Great quickness, gave the little fake, went right to the baseline and put it up over big Antoine Carr. Great move, Pearl Washington, and that's the kind of play that the Nets need more of out of that young man.
Now Pearl was asking me, just another little pick and roll. Look at this.
Oh my goodness.
That's a shoulder shove, right? Flip it back, turn on him.
There maybe aren't, but maybe 2 other players on the planet that could perform that. And you notice he went in with the body first to protect himself and then finger rolled it up there. 76-64, Dominique now with 19 points. And there's the jump shot by Bagley out of the corner.
Nice cross court.
And Bagley has 12. 76-66. We're back to a 10-point Hawks lead. The net's hanging tough, folks.
Now, the Pearl was asking me about Syracuse-Georgetown today, and at the half I found out Syracuse lost by 1. Can you believe that? Nice set play. Whitman set his man up beautifully.
And Whitman also using that body to screen the defender to make sure he gets that jump shot away. 78-66. Hawks with a 2-point lead. Pearl Washington holds the ball out front. Now makes that same driving move again. Gets the defenders in the air and puts it up.
Good plays.
He certainly can't have 2 free throws missed like that. He's a 75% free throw shooter, but he missed them both that time. Dominique twists and turns and finally gets the jump shot away. And look out, Dominique looks like he's on one of those rolls, Bill.
And Bradley, pretty good defender, just shook his head. Had him stopped, off balance, still made it.
Henson out top, guarded by Kevin Willis. Fakes and now looks to drive down the lane, dishes it off to Bradley. Dudley Bradley misses the 3. Nice rebound. And a great lead and an offensive foul called on
Dominique, I think.
Dominique, yes.
Offensive foul, number 21, Dominique Wilkins, his first.
That is his first of the ball game, as you no doubt heard the PA announcer here in the Omni say. A 14-point lead for the Hawks. Time winding down in the 3rd period.
You're in trouble if he's only got 1. That means Woolridge isn't creating enough problems for him, even though he's not in now. But that's the matchup.
Dudley Bradley will not fall again, but Buck Williams has his
inside game going.
Got a new 24 on the shot clock. Bagley looks underneath. He was trying to find Buck Williams, couldn't get it into him. So now Pearl Washington takes it from long range. It will not fall, and John Battle has it for the Hawks.
Everything perimeter.
John Battle and Spud Webb in the backcourt.
Tough matchup.
Antoine Carr down low.
Right here, Bradley.
Dudley Bradley, and Carr takes it to him, draws the foul, and hits it off the glass.
Clubs make those. Don't turn it over.
2:45 to play in the quarter. Buck Williams, yes, sirree, a 3-point opportunity coming up for him. He went over Scott Hastings, drew the foul.
Well, timeout to say, now look, fellas, we're shooting outside. Let's coordinate our effort. Get Buck in the game. I mean, that's why good teams recognize things quickly. Mismatches, bad shots, make sure they get a good one the next time.
Hawks immediately look for Antoine Carr over Dallas Comegys. Carr misses, and Bagley comes away with it. Comegys, of course, the first-round draft pick of the Atlanta Hawks last year, but did not work out. He found a home in New Jersey. Spud just kind of took it away from him.
Yeah, drove him crazy. McCormick, it's hard enough trying to beat Hastings down there, and he turns, he's got the little guy.
Well, it bothers you as a big guy if you bring the ball down low and there's some little guy there hanging on to it. Because first off, in Spud's case particularly, you can just pick him and the ball up. You can't do that. McCormick turns with the jump hook. Nice. Over Kevin Willis.
Again, Bob McKinnon recognizing the inability to score inside, inserts McCormick. First Buck, then McCormick at the box.
Now, you're exactly right, but once they start to go to that power game, they cut the lead down. It's now 83-71, Hawks only by 12.
Well, the crazy thing is they're not a real good, nice little pick and roll. Same plays earlier.
And Antoine Carr closes it out. 85-71, and now Carr with 11 points.
Nets are not a great outside shooting team, so it should be easy to start pounding in first until they force you deep.
All right, now let's see if they go low again looking for the power game. They do look down for McCormick. Kevin Willis fronting him. Now they swing it for Buck Williams on the other baseline. Bring it out to Bagley. 2-point shot. Just no good on the day.
He'll be punished. Shoot 100 in the morning. Chris Ted Turner has a few dollars. I guess he can match some offers.
I think he does have a few. Bagley and Washington, now they go low for McCormick, bring it back out. Washington fakes, drives, it goes up, and the shot is blocked, and a whistle in the 3rd period. 86-71. Try to lob it in underneath. Kevin Willis had it momentarily, didn't block it off, and Pearl Washington steals and lays it up on the other
Good
end.
hustle, and Reed, too, stepping in the passing lane.
38 seconds now left in the quarter. 86-73. John Battle, and that's Washington all over him. Pearl Washington just covering him like a suit there. Comegys on Carr. Carr drives off the glass, no good. Tip up, no good. Kevin Willis,
great job.
Jump hook.
Great job.
Kevin Willis just stayed after that and stayed after that until it paid off.
Boy, great work effort that time.
Back to a 15-point Hawk lead, 88-73. Time running out, 10 seconds, 9-8. Bagley looks off the pick, loses control, saves it inbounds, and now it's out with 2 seconds left. It'll still belong to the Nets, but now with only 2 seconds left in the quarter.
Good effort defensively by the Hawks. Nets couldn't get organized and have to get set and get a quick one. No time off the clock.
No time off the clock. Willis tipped it out of bounds, and you know, strangely enough, they also had Washington coming free at the three-point range.
That guy won't be back. The timer, Michael's after him all day.
You know, the home team supplies the timer in the NBA, and that time it goes off McCormick's hands, and the buzzer sounds and goes inside. Comegys, great move. Boy, that's just a dynamic move.
Well, he can do that. Knows how to play the O.
You know what, the Nets are really hitting, they're hitting 52% from the floor so far in this game. That's not bad, but the Hawks are hitting 58%. Hawks do a bad pass. Pearl Washington has it, and Scott Hastings has Pearl.
Hawks force you to shoot 45%, so good tribute to the patience. But again, if they can get it in and develop that inside game, you saw Comegys with that one, that punishes your defense.
But again, Bill Raftery, as is so often the case with you, you're exactly right. They get it in down low, go to the power game, and they get points out of it.
And of course, right away, you see Doc in to run things. They do have some answers, though.
There's Comegys with a jump hook over Kevin Willis. Comegys now lighting it up.
Woolridge with a good look, nice bump, and the sets and the defense, no question.
John Battle, yes.
In traffic, major league goal.
Again, the elevation on that jump shot's what enables Battle to get away so many of his shots. Bagley now swings it back to McCormick, who's open on the baseline. Fakes and reverses. Beautiful shot.
Good use of the rim, too. Make sure those Hawks couldn't get a piece of it.
Here's a score for you. Washington leading Philadelphia, the 76ers, 95-69 in the fourth.
Beat him the other night, too. Up in Philly. Wes Unsel's got him playing pretty good.
There's Wilkins, puts it up, no good, draws nothing but air. McCormick immediately sends out for Woolridge, and Woolridge on the wing, pulls it up, finds Washington. 90-79, Nets down by 11 points.
So, speaking of Washington, 6-2 under Wes Unsel. That's not a bad start. I think they'll enjoy coaching.
There's the Comegys again, the strong power move to the bucket, and he scores.
He had a three-quarter to get the shot off, too. Pretty delivery.
Now with 6 points. You know, back to, you talk about the Bullets a while ago, it makes you wonder if they really want to play for life.
I think some of these clubs decide your fate or your doom.
Battle fakes, draws all kinds of attention in the lane. It will not go, but falls with a 12-point lead. 9:45 to play in the game. Bagley out front for the Nets. Woolridge guarded by Wilkins. Comegys drives again to the baseline, fakes Livingston in the air, puts it up. It will not go. Misses everything, in fact, and here comes Glenn Rivers, the Atlanta Hawks, to Dominique. He'll shoot it, and he'll miss it. There's Antoine Carr again.
Well, the bad judgment set that up by Comegys. Not a good shot, a quick one. And, of course, the Hawks generally make you pay for it.
Antoine Carr with 17 points off the bench. Kevin Willis with 17 off the bench. John Battle with 10 off the bench. Is it no wonder that the Hawks are known for 6 through 12 as well as the 1 through 5. And there's a great little jump hook by Tim McCormick.
A 12-point lead by the Hawks. I know Michael Patella's folks as the post pass from Rivers connects.
Rivers down the lane. Will not go. Tip up, no good.
Nice.
And now Comegys pulls it down out of there.
I know Mike's parents, as he mentioned, they're watching the ball game, so they're probably dying this last 8 minutes. Rooting against New Jersey, I'm sure, for the son. I can't blame them.
12-point Hawk lead, and if they hang on, it of course will be Mike Fratello coaching the Eastern Conference All-Star. Man, best record in the conference, and forget it. To Dominique, I bet he scores. You owe me.
Yeah, I held on to my seat, too. He would have put us in there. Couple of mistakes, all of a sudden, bang, they take the air out of it. Impressive.
And Bill, here is a shot that usually NBA fans are more accustomed to seeing Dominique Wilkins make, and that is the rebound tip slam, but this time it's Antoine Carr.
Well, position rebounding, generally the ball comes long, not a body on Carr. Very simple at this level and this ability. No question, a defensive lapse sets it up. You've got to go seal people off. I know the crowd gets excited about it, but I'd be awful mad if I were coaching the blue team.
Boy, he was just barely over the rim.
Well, yeah, but nobody touching him. I mean, you got to take the legs out from the guy.
So Buck Williams and Roy Hinson back in for the Nets now as they make some adjustments and hope to whittle down this 14-point Hawk lead with 8:18 left to play in the game. 97-83. Bagley down low. Woolridge spins.
And club a better team because he's a guy that they can get some offense out when things break down.
Look at that down low. Whitman fakes. Washington goes by and then misses the jumper.
Pretty flat.
Woolridge clears for the Nets, and here they come into the front court. Bagley pushes it up quickly now. Down low is Buck Williams, guarded by Carr, gets help from Livingston, finds Bagley, they swing it, now down the middle goes Woolridge. He tried to slam, and Antoine Carr would have no 87. Hawks with a 10-point lead. Now the Omni crowd, you can hear that little murmur going through. They had that 14-point, 16-point lead, and they were all happy, and now it's down to 10, and they're going, gee, we better get back serious about this. Wilkins trying to fake Woolridge, and Woolridge keeping his feet on defense. Very key.
Good job by Woolridge, you're right.
Rivers misses the shot, and here come the Nets on the run. Bagley pulls and pumps it. No good, but the rebound, Buck Williams. Nets only down by 8.
Little slice cut.
Rivers drives the baseline. Woolridge did a good job on defense to get over. Rivers gets the rebound, and Wilkins controls for the Hawks.
Doc has some strength to it. I love when he goes down the lane and slams one. I mean, he's got great body control and strength.
You know, it is hard to believe that there are fans in Atlanta that do not like Doc Rivers, because he is certainly one of the NBA's best point guards, and Randy Whitman, who's also one of the best shooting guards, just cans a couple there. 6:36 to play in the game.
Let's have to go strength again. Get it inside.
99-89, Hawks by 10. Buck Williams, Don Cack on defense. Here goes Woolridge trying to make the drive, dishes it out for Bagley. Yes.
Because Woolridge dragged the defender with him with the dribble. Bagley able to convert.
Rivers now looking for Wilkins off the pick.
Got Woolridge on the hold.
A great athlete even to this day. He looks like he can put on the shorts and go with anybody on the floor right now.
Double screen for Whitman.
Whitman loses control momentarily, picks it back up, and now Wilkins has it low. Wilkins,
great job.
Saves it. And 3 seconds.
Bob McKinnon helping out with the 3-second call. First Nets now, certainly within hailing distance.
Cliff Livingston was the guilty party. He's the one that had the campfire going in the lane that time. And now the Nets can get within 6. 5:45 to play. Woolridge, yes. How about that?
What does that help things?
We got ourselves a ball game. 5:35 to play.
That should open up inside too.
Now listen to this Omni crowd. Thought they had one put away, but that has not been the case. And Doc Rivers drives and goes off the glass, and the Hawks are back up by 8. Boy, just when you think.
Got to shut it off, though. There's a breakdown defensively. Don't let guys just dribble by you.
You hear the chant now for defense here in the Omni. Otis Birdsong down low. Randy Whitman fakes it, goes the baseline, feeds it underneath the Buck Williams, and there's a whistle and foul. Hits them both, and it's a 6-point game again. Hawks with the lead, 101-95, and 5 minutes to play.
On to Dominique.
Dominique down low. Neek looks, spins on the baseline, puts it up and in.
That's
Great move by Dominique Wilkins.
And Woolridge did a great job, too. I mean, that's just better offense winning out.
12,582 on hand in the Omni to watch this one today.
Clear out. Nice look.
Beautiful pass inside. Hinson with the jump hook will not go. Doc Rivers has the rebound.
That's where you have to be careful.
Right down the lane. Dishes off for Dominique, and it's rejected out of there.
Buck down there helping out, but that's where you have to be concerned. You miss a shot, all of a sudden, the penetration of a Rivers or a Dominique, and of course, Orlando got a hand on it. Buck helping out. I think they gave it to Orlando.
They did give it to Orlando, but didn't look like much of a foul. He barely had the hand on him, but nevertheless, Otis Birdsong.
Buck just foul. Lifted his arm and flailed away. Tough time and place to do it. Right in the open.
That is his second personal foul. But at a critical time, and now the Hawks with a 2-point lead, they can open it back up to 12. Randy Whitman drives on the baseline, puts up the one-hand jump shot, hits it.
quickly. Tough to match their spurts. Particularly the Nets are not a quick scoring team. They struggle. Again, it hasn't been inside in a while.
4 minutes to go. Woolridge with a fake, goes right by Dominique, puts it up with the left hand and draws the foul.
Nice move.
In the front court with a 4-on-2 to Kevin Willis, who goes off the glass, no good. Barr tips it up, no good. Saved in bounds by the Nets, and here comes Bagley into the front court. Makes the move down the lane, lays it up with the right hand off the glass and good.
Beautiful move. Of course, the press worked. Doc Rivers almost walked, and of course, the quick shot helped the Nets get back.
107-99, 3:25 to play. An 8-point Hawk lead. Wilkins guarded by Woolridge at the top of the key. Looks low, trying to find Kevin Willis. Now decides to take it himself, creates the shot. It will not go. Ball comes off. Orlando Woolridge in the Nets run. He's got Bagley on the left wing, and Bagley pulls and pops, no good. Nice rebound, Buck Williams, and it's knocked away, and up and down low for Antoine Carr. He has been a force off the bench. He takes Buck Williams into the lane and loses it, and there'll be a foul.
I think he got it right. Buck with the grab, almost came up with it.
Hawks control it. Doc Rivers guarded by Bagley into Dominique.
Great job.
It's tipped away, and they say out of bounds belongs to the Atlanta Hawks. Now,
Woolridge with the foot on the line, but that was some three-quarter, huh?
Looked to me like he had it, but from where we're sitting, it's hard to tell if he was out of bounds or not. Randy Whitman will inbound for the Hawks. And a bad pass taken away by Orlando Woolridge, and the Nets on the run. Woolridge loses it, and a whistle, and there'll be a foul. How about North Carolina 77 and NC State 73?
Bounce back, huh? At State, it looks like, too, right?
And J.R. Reed with 17 points. Here's the feed in the corner to Whip.
Good job by Bird.
Whitman pulls it back out. Good defense by the Nets. Now, big setup high by Kevin Willis. Doc Rivers works off of it. This is the shot, takes the rebound, and goes right back up. It is a 6-point Hawk lead with 2:10 to play.
Chris, up to 79% this year. They stand the playoffs a little bit different. Nice screen by Hinson, and he got
inside, and Hinson, it is knocked free. Hinson fights for it and cannot get it back up, and there'll be a foul. This is down the stretch here. Orlando Woolridge a minute ago, and now Roy Hinson.
See what the Hawks run. Little pump, double for Whitman in the far corner. Good job by Otis Birdsong.
They double down on Kevin Willis. Willis now makes the move out of the low post. Off the glass, no good. But Doc Rivers gets the rebound, puts it up. All right, the Nets now down by 8. Time a factor, and there's the shot for 3. Bagley from three-point land. And suddenly, it's a 5-point game again. 1:24 to play.
Good job by Birdsong on that anticipation. Almost came up with it.
Bob McKenna now right in front of us, yelling instructions. Wanting tight defense. The Hawks, of course, want to run some time. The shot clock down to 8. Rivers into the lane, puts it up off the glass. Dominique Wilkins out of nowhere. Oh my goodness.
That one was almost 4 for Tella.
Dominique Wilkins dropped from the Omni ceiling and slammed that home. 113 to 106. Hawks back up by 7.
Out of nowhere.
Bagley from three-point land. Yes! John Bagley from three-point land cuts it down again. 113-109, a 4-point Hawks lead.
Nets will try and give one, I think, maybe. They looked like they were trying to foul Doc.
Shot clock down to 16. The game clock at 43.
Woolridge, that's 6 if we're right, huh? Let me tell you, this will be on all over the country this evening. Right? The penetration first. Now look at him. Woolridge does not put a body on him. Up over everybody, gathers, delivers. Awesome. Yeah, you deserve it. Whoop.
And that will, of course, go up after today's contest.
Got to do it quickly.
Again from 3. No good this time. Would not fall. Rebound fought over. Hinson takes it, drives to the glass, lays it up. No good.
Should be on Whitman.
Whistling a foul. Loose ball foul. Yeah.
Just check Doc out. You think he's enjoyed this one? Incredible. Oh my goodness. That is beautiful.
That goes back to what I was telling you earlier, that occasionally I see players react in this game to Dominique and some of the things that he does. And
that is a great shot.
That is one of the vintage reactions right there. Make sure you get me my clock.
I'll try and get one for you. The Hawks have 2 left, and the Nets don't have any.
So then naturally, then you would take it here, and if you can't get it in, you'll call the time.
Move it to half court.
And they send in on this situation Scott Hastings, who is their best at inbounding the ball.
They also anticipated a net big up on the ball, and the Nets play 5-on-4 on the floor.
4-point Hawk lead, 27 seconds now. They got Whitman with it. They get it over to Antoine Carr, and Birdsong fouls Carr. Now John Bagley into the front court. Dribbles through everybody, goes up and goes off the glass. No good. Doc Rivers with a rebound, and Otis Birdsong grabs him for the immediate foul, but now only 14 seconds left, and a 6-point Hawk, 111. Hawks by 7. And 10 seconds now remaining in the game. Bagley into the front court to Birdsong, who fakes and goes for 3. No good off the glass. Dominique Wilkins with a rebound, and he will dribble it out. And that's it. 118 to 111. The Atlanta Hawks have beaten the New Jersey Nets, and while the improvement was radical over the Nets from their last trip in here on December the 4th when they lost 139 to 102, it was still not good enough to get them their first road victory of the season. So the Atlanta Hawks have put their coach, Mike Fratello, into the All-Star game. He will coach the Eastern Conference All-Stars. And Bill Raftery now is getting ready. As you see the Hawks leaving the floor of the Omni to try to catch Mike Fratello, and I'm sure that folks back home in New Jersey are going to have a few things to say to him when they get their opportunity to see him again. But Mike Fratello will coach the Eastern Conference